What's up guys, and welcome to this Aurelion Soul guide. In this guide you will actually learn how to punish enemy players and climb the ranks with Asol. I personally believe he's actually quite good for climbing, because you can punish bad players so hard since you are a mage with high DPS in long term in trades, and you have a gap closer. That's key. Due to the fact that you have that gap closer, you have so much more kill pressure than other mages if the enemy plays safe. And we will see this here. Now for the guide, first we will go into summoners, runes and builds. But if you don't want to know about this and you just want to know how to play the patterns, trading patterns, what to do in mid game, early game, how to lane everything, then I will have timestamps in the description and you can skip forward. But first let's go into the summoners. I pretty much always run flash barrier. You can also go flash TP, but barrier is just extremely strong because your DPS, your long trades are extremely strong as well, and you can bait so many opponents into bad fights because you have that barrier up. They think they can kill you, you pop the barrier and they're dead. And that's pretty much it already for the summoners. There's no pretty much only barrier or TP as options. You can go ignite if you're smurfing, but usually you should go for the barrier or TP. As for the runes, you have three different ones basically. First of all, you have First Strike and Comet. Both enhance your damage and have good runes like the Mana Flow Band, etc. But I personally believe First Strike is better, because not only do you get also extra damage just like from the Comet, but you also get extra gold, and the extra damage on your when you initiate a fight from your empowered ult is insane, and the gold as well. Like, it's just insane how much value you get out of First Strike when you have your empowered ult and start fighting. Then the third option is Conquer. There's a special tech you can do with Aurelion Soul and Conquer, and that is that you can stack your Conquer within 0.2 seconds by just spamming Q while you're in your W, because the Q resets, you just spam it, you instantly have Conquer stacked. But if you go this build, it doesn't feel that smooth when you have to spam your Q, but there's a way. See, another secret tech that actually works perfectly with this build is that you go Muramana instead of Seraph. With the Muramana, your abilities deal extra damage per cost, and because you can spam cast it, you will actually deal more damage than someone who would actually hold his Q. Now, nasty trade right there. We'll get back to how to trade later. Now for the for the builds, there's multiple builds going around right now. What I personally like to do is go quite tanky with the Rod of Ages and Sarah's Embrace. This way you're tanky, you can go into trades really aggressively, and due to that you can just play up front and you can just W in and just breathe them away, you know, fire breath or star breath, whatever. You just breathe them away without being worried to get one tap. There's also the thing about the Rod of Ages is also that Asol doesn't really need that much CDR, because you can reset your main ability, your Q, you also can reset your W, and that's why CDR is not that important on Asol in my opinion, and that's why you don't really need that Lutens, for example. But Lutens or the Mask are great too. You have a bit more damage, a bit less tankiness. There's also Rylai's you can go for a slow. I'm just not that big of a fan of Rylai's. I prefer to go Seraphs, and then third item Rabadon's Death Cap, because the Death Cap third is nowadays pretty much a standard, because you have a lot of AP then, and as third item Death Cap is really useful. Now that's pretty much it for the builds. Like, these are the starting core items. The boots, you will run magic pen or magic resist boots pretty much all the time. And then you just go whatever you need, whatever you feel like. You go avoid stuff or anything then with magic pen. It really depends on you. But now let's get into how to play Asol. Now, for Asol you actually have a lot of options that you don't really have as other mages, and that is kill pressure. You don't have that much kill pressure as other mages, and also you do have great roams, unlike other mages as well. Due to your W, you can cross a long distance in a short amount of time, and your roam potential is great. Now, as for farming, as you can see, you want to put your E underneath the enemies and then you Q. This way your Q will be able to hit everyone, all the minions together, and you will actually be able to clear the wave really fast and then move on for a roam. But if your enemy gives you a window to punish them, you should take it, and that's why we skip ahead a little here. Now, this is just a catch. I get onto Hecarim, results in a 1-for-1 in the end. While we go forward here, not much to see. And you'll see it soon. Right here. This is how you want to trade. We will see it, we will watch it, and now analyze it after. Really nasty trade for me, right? So let's see what exactly happens. Annie has her Q ready and her stun ready. But I know she will Q that minion, and once she Qs that minion, her stun is gone. I also know her ultimate is gone. So there's no threat at all, and that's when you punish your opponents with Asol. You just W in. That's the same case for if you play against Syndra, or if you play against the Zoe with the bubble, Syndra with the stun. They pretty much all champions have their one key ability, and if this one's out, then you go for the punish. And with Asol it's pretty easy, you just W forward and go for the all-in, force them back, you know. And that's what I do right here. And if you look closely, I W before she even Qs, so I get a better trade-off, so I'm faster, you know, get a bit of more damage. So I preemptively W'd actually. And then that's basically how you want to trade. And we see Annie just wave clearing, and now the wave's in a bad spot for her. And look what happens. She thinks she's safe. I mean, the distance between me and her is quite large, you know. She thinks she's safe, and then she uses this and walks back immediately, because she knows she doesn't have a stun. Now she's vulnerable. Yeah. But now, because I had that trade before, I chunked her, and she still doesn't have ult, and now my ult is back up. She's gonna die. As you can see here. Dove by a mage. That's it. That's basically all it takes. It's the same trading pattern. You don't take the engage, you punish your opponent for making their mistakes. Asol accelerates in punishing your opponents. And that's basically how you want to play the lane. If you can punish them, you W in, punish them. If they don't give you a window, you E under the minion, pull them together, and then just Q and look for a roam. That's how you want to lane. You also should W forward for a quicker reset. And then in team fights, let's see, we have a team fight here. Yeah, I think it's this one. Nope, it's not. Well, it doesn't matter, to be honest. Another roam, another kill, as you can see, because you have stun, you have slow, you have a gap closer, you have all you need for a roam. But in team fights you want to play it back, you really want to stay back, play it slow, don't waste your W, that's key, don't waste your W forward when they have key abilities up. Make sure to track the enemy team's abilities, the CC abilities, and then if you use your W you obviously deal a lot more damage. So if you see someone is about to die, you can W, and this way you W, and during your W this person is going to die, and then you will have a W reset due to that, and you can recast your W instantly after that again and redirect it. That's how you should play the team fight if you're on the winning side. If you need more DPS and you're just standing there breathing at the enemies and you don't have enough DPS, you should use your W passively. And what do I mean by that? You don't walk at them, you slide next to them, because your Q has a lot of range in the mid game. You just W in like this, I don't know how to say it in English. The opponent is here, you don't W like this, you W like this, you know, around them, you know, try to get around them, stay in out of range of their abilities, but get enhanced damage output, because your Q deals a lot more damage when you're in your W. And yeah, that's pretty much how you want to play the game. Also, you shouldn't use your empowered ultimate for single kills like I do here, easy dive onto the Annie, but you shouldn't use it on single targets unless the game is already won like it's here. But the empowered ultimate is so strong, it's like a Corki package, it ensures that you're going to win that Drake fight or Baron fight no matter what. You're just gonna win it because it's so damn strong. And that's pretty much all you need to know. And you're good to go to play some Asol and climb the ladders. I hope you enjoyed it, you learned something from it, and if you did, leave a like, leave a follow, and I'm out. Peace!
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for more content.